on this visit to the Film Lounge. 6 strangers find their lives unexplainably entangled. A central Iowa family shares their love for a specific car. 3 people find themselves playing a dangerous game. We spotlight a Northeast Iowa Film Festival. A complicated shot goes awry on a film set. And a musician takes a magical trip through time. No ticket necessary. You're about to enter the Film Lounge.
Funding for this program was provided by Friends, the Iowa PBS Foundation, as well as generations of families and friends who feel passionate about the programs they watch on Iowa PBS.
The Film Lounge is produced in partnership with the Iowa Economic Development Authority.
Hi, I'm Auden Lincoln-Vogel, and I'm from Iowa City, and I directed No Exit. No Exit is the first live-action film I made. I was an animator before, and so I think the animator's sensibility is really apparent in this film, in the way I was directing the actors and also thinking about the screen as sort of a 2D space. I actually started out by animating the whole thing with just kind of colored blocks that would move around and different characters that would move around in order to figure out the sort of choreography of all the characters, which is fairly intricate, and to kind of work out the timing so that when I worked with the actors, it would be a lot more fluid and I would actually know how I could actually break it down in a more sensible way. And so it was filmed in the studios at the University of Iowa. We built a set that was reused 6 times for the 6 different rooms that were dressed slightly differently for each of the rooms that are part of this kind of moving tableau. I also really wanted to create a viewing experience that wasn't like most films where you're just looking at one thing, but your imagination and your attention, rather, can kind of drift from one part to another. Originally, I wasn't sure if it was going to be a sort of a single-channel film or if it was going to be like an installation that would loop, and then you could watch it multiple times. Ultimately, I ended up going with a film, but I do like the idea that you can rewatch it, and each time you can watch a different room and sort of notice the dramas that are going on in each space. We actually shot this in one day, all the different parts of it. I think one of the things that I had a hard time with going into live action filmmaking was the fear of sort of wasting other people's time on set. When I was doing animation, it was just my time. It was just me in a room drawing frame after frame. And that was time-consuming. It could be frustrating, but it was just me. But then when you're asking a bunch of people to do stuff for you, there's like a lot of pressure there. And I think I would have told myself to just chill out a little bit and not worry so much. People were glad to be there. It took me a while to learn.
Awarded 5 points. And remember, the one couple with the most points at the end of the game wins an exciting grand prize selected especially for them. So let's see how well you can predict what your husband will say. Girls, how will your husband complete this sentence?
So loud!
Hey, get out! Get out!
No, you!
No. Out! Out! No! No! Huh? Hey! Hey, nine. Hey, no!
Get out!
No!
No! I said out! Go! Get out!
Yeah.
Papá, por favor, deja que mi mamá te explique.
¿Qué más explicación que lo que estoy viendo?
Por favor, ¿me puede comunicar con el señor Benedict?
¿Cómo estás? Acabas de salir.
¿Qué dice usted? Que acaba de salir. Señor, pero... ¿Esto lo hemos visto? ¿Lo veo raro?
Sí, bastante.
Por favor, señor, póngase. Mire que ya no...
Hello, my name is Bruce James Bales. I live in Des Moines, Iowa, and I am the director, DP, and editor of Parts and Pieces. Parts and Pieces is a documentary short that focuses on a tradition of a local family here in Des Moines, the McGuire family. That tradition is that they find old British Triumph vehicles and they fix them up together. And actually each member of the family has their own vehicle. So it's this tradition that it really caught my attention because not many people do things like that and have something that so meaningful that they do as a family that also is just like cool and like rad. And like the patriarch of the family, Chuck, he basically told us a story about how he came to possess all these Triumphs, and then he would fix them up, and it just really caught my attention because I just feel like people don't really do that anymore. It's like something that I would want to do, something that I would love to do, like sit in a garage with my parents and fix up a vehicle. And it's not even just like the men, it's everyone in the family, regardless of their gender, that really know these vehicles inside and out. And once you see these vehicles, you really understand the appeal. I think really what comes through in the film that I hope people latch onto and that they look for is just Chuck's personality. I think his personality comes through the film. He's a great storyteller. I love the way he talks. I love his inflection. I love his wife's little tidbits in the audio where she talks about someone found him. Like, there's always people trying to find this guy with cars because he's kind of like Mr. Triumph, especially in the region. People know him as that. So, you know, I hope that Chuck's personality comes through in the piece, and I hope people can latch onto that. And I mean, that's really what we hope for, is that people really just identify with the personality and the character that is Chuck, and, you know, feel the passion and the soul of the project through him.
In the 90s, when I retired in 93, I thought, well, I've got this one car and I got 4 kids. That's not going to work very well, so I decided, well, why don't we just build another one? So there was an ad in the paper from a guy in West Des Moines, had a garage like this, and he had 2 of these cars in there in pieces. The body was in 2 halves, the front half and the back half, and there was no middle, but he had the doors and everything. And the other car was all together, but it was really rusted out, and the bottom was all rotted out. And so I offered him $3,200. Oh, no. He says, I'll take them to California and piece them out. That can get a lot more money there. So a year later, or 2, I can't remember, a year later, I got a call from this boy's dad. And he says, you still want those cars? So I said, yeah. So I went and picked them up and brought them all over here. And so now, hey, I've got 3 cars, see? I only need 1 more.
Someone found him.
And he called me one day and said, hey, I got a guy that wants to sell his project. So I said, oh, I'll go look at it. Okay, he wanted $900 for it. I said, oh, okay, that's not bad. So that got me the next one, and then the next one was, it was another project car. They had 2 project cars. And then the last one was, a guy got a hold of me. He says, I have a car that I'm trying to sell. So I went and looked at it, and it was, it had been in a barn out in Stewart, Iowa, just south of Stewart. We went out there, looked at it. This was in the middle of the winter when he called me. He says, you can't see it right now, I can't get the barn open. So when it melted out, we went out and looked at it. He had drug it out into the field, and it was pretty well rusted away, but it was, all the parts were there, but not all right there. A lot of the parts were in a chicken coop. So anyhow, I looked them all over. Yeah, I think we can get all the parts. So he wanted $1,000. Okay, so I gave him that. And that was the last one.
Hi, I'm Kevin Shepard. I'm from Newhall, Iowa, and I'm the writer of Shut the Box.
I'm Brittany Benedict. I live in Newhall, Iowa, and I'm the director of Shut the Box.
Hi, I'm Michael Huntington. I'm from Newhall, Iowa, and I'm the director of photography for Shut the Box.
Shut the Box is a story about an individual who recently aged out of the foster care system, and she's about to go into a house that she inherited and trying to start her new future, but there are some secrets in her past that she has to take care of first.
Kevin brought Shut the Box to Michael and I, and this project is the first that we have made that we haven't written in a genre that we hadn't done yet, and so I think just the story itself was really appealing to us, and we were excited to hop on board. Because Shut the Box is centered around a board game, we also had to incorporate the rules of the game into the movie. And so if people are able to follow along and learn the rules of the game and also absorb what the story is and be invested, I think that's a win.
So after we finished Shut the Box, we got to work on the post-production, and it's really something with our group that once we finish a project, we really want to attack it like right away, and we really wanted to try something different and having music originally scored for the project. We reached out to Adam Slade, he goes by Cellar Ghost, and he ended up scoring our project and creating a whole different vibe for the film that we never really had before, because at that time we never had a composer work on a project for us.
Let's get this party started, huh?
The one thing that I take away from it as far as like the big focal point is the luck of the double meaning dialogue. So when you watch it the first time, the dialogue to me isn't necessarily on the nose, it helps carry the story. And then when you're done watching it, and then if you go back and watch it again, knowing the ending, that dialogue means something different the second time. And so we really lucked into that in the way that dialogue, which is usually too much on the nose and, you know, throwaway lines and things like that, where it carried the story initially, and it does have those deeper meanings every time you watch it.
So is that the distinguished Grandpa Fred?
It is.
So, how old were you there?
I was 9.
We don't have to do this right now.
No, I've waited long enough. It has to be today.
So you aged out of the system then, huh?
Last week.
Happy belated birthday. I remember when I got out. At least you get this place. So, are we cleaning up or are we clearing out?
We're cleaning. I'm not doing toilets or windows. So, I'm up putting breakfast.
Okay.
Was that from the lake? You know, I caught this 7-foot gar once.
Wow, what a record.
I wouldn't know. I caught it for survival, not sport.
So who's this? This is Bear Grylls over here?
Nick here lives off the grid.
Well, you know, spent my whole life in the system, so you can say I've always been a bit of a doomsday prepper. You know, it's always just me and the bug out bag. What about you, man? You got the Facebook?
God, you make it sound like a disease.
Wasn't it? It's a place where you can join and pretend to care about your so-called family and friends.
Yeah, my family's pretty non-existent, but I do have friends on there, though.
Oh. To help your friends move stuff around type?
Hey, I could have brought more people. I just thought, you know... Yeah.
Wait. Is this... Should I go?
No. I just didn't want to spend the whole day getting the look. You know, the whole, OMG, I'm sorry your mom died when you were 5 and then your grandpa when you were 9 and you spent the entire second half of your childhood with strangers who only cared about a monthly check.
Yeah. Oh, that makes us the 3 foster tiers then.
Oh. Look at this. Look how cool this is. Isn't it crazy how far technology has come?
Yeah, for the low price of increased depression and other mental illnesses around the world. Oh, guys, let's get this party started, huh?
We don't really have time for that, man.
But come on. Stay on the dice. We got time.
You know how to play.
Look, I spent a summer with a family from the East Coast. It's all they played.
Fine. How do you play?
All right. So check it out. You roll the dice, right?
Mm-hmm.
7. You choose which tiles to turn down. 1, 6, 2, 5, so on. As long as it all equals your roll. You keep rolling until you can't turn down any more tiles. And whatever's left, you add up for your score.
So what's the point?
Well, the point is to get the lowest score possible, or turn down all the tiles, and ultimately, shut the box.
That's it?
Not today. Today, we add up the tiles for all our scores. Take that many drinks.
I'm gonna be honest with you. That's pretty lame.
It's up to you guys.
Come on, man. You go first.
I'm gonna pass.
The hell?
Did you hit a switch?
No, what happened to the lights?
Well, aren't you a sight to see?
Who are you?
That is not important. What is important is what you do next.
Shut this box is what I do.
It's not that easy. You have to play, or you will stay in this eternal darkness.
Play?
If you win, you go free.
No, I'm going free right now.
Hello again.
What's going on?
If we lose?
When you lose, you're exiled to my realm, and it takes the souls of 2 for your return. Your turn, Hanson.
You can't be serious.
You have to play.
So we're just gonna play because some gypsy said so?
It is sad to see your society still diminishes an entire race of people to one ignorant term. Pick your tiles.
No, I'm not playing. I opted out.
You just left twice and you're still here, all right? There's obviously no opting out.
This is stupid.
You gotta do the math.
Do you have a better play?
Gotta consider the odds.
He's not wrong.
The whole thing is odd.
He's not wrong.
Now what?
It's over.
What do you mean it's over? She's still here.
Your turn's over.
"21. Looks like you're headed to my realm."
Like hell I am.
He hasn't lost yet.
21's a pretty high score.
Just saying. What's it your turn?
This isn't my game.
No. You know why? Because she's got us playing each other.
So what do we do?
What can we do?
What happens if we shut the box?
Then I shall return home.
What are you doing?
Playing the game.
This isn't a game. There's 3 of us and only 1 winner, right? You do the math. A little help, Jen. Stop! Two for one. That's why we're here.
19. Sorry, man. Where'd he go?
Into the box with the others.
Now that my tile's under 6, switch to 1 die. If I roll a 3, you're gone, right?
While you 2 would return home and be rid of me, I don't think she'd appreciate that. Damn it! Looks like someone's excited for her turn.
Would you let me play?
How did you get them to come here?
You just won't quit, will you?
Okay, okay.
If we tie, it starts over, right?
She'll have to roll to find out.
You have to be clear with the rules. Go ahead.
Chivalry isn't dead in this world.
It's my life for hers, all right? No question.
Your life was never for hers.
What?
Looks like she's not being clear with the rules.
Just shut the damn box.
Two souls have entered the box. If this stays up, I'll roam free in your world again, collecting souls. At least you got what you came for. Or, for you, 1 round, head to head. A chance to put me back in the box and save them all?
I'll quit while I'm ahead.
Fine. 2 souls for 1. Rules are rules. I'm sure I'll see you again. It was fun while it lasted. No?
I knew you'd come.
I'm sorry it took so long.
It's okay.
I got a 1.
With Roma out, maybe now we have a chance of getting your mom back.
The Oneota Film Festival is a festival in Decorah, Iowa. It actually started with 2 guys, Walter Ordway and Kirill Henderson, who both graduated from Luther College. Walter had bicycled around the world, and he met a woman named Arlene Burns, who was the director of the Mountain Film Festival in Telluride, Colorado. And so he and Kirill came back to Decorah and said, Luther College should have an independent film festival where filmmakers come and talk with their audiences. Oneota is the term that was used to describe the Native Americans who lived here when white settlers came in, which means the old ones.
So what we have here are two of our egg mobiles.
We have a great responsive audience, and they want to hear from the filmmaker directly. They don't want to sit in an audience of 500. They want to be in a small audience with a filmmaker.
This is sort of autobiographical in a way because I really did start making these stop motion films when I was like 8 or 9 years old. My film is Stopped Motion, The Story of Gulp, and I'm from Iowa City. I think the draw for any filmmakers to submit to Oneota is just, it's a really great community here. I've met loads of great people at festivals across Iowa, including this one before, and we'll see a great variety of work and meet a lot of cool people, and it'll be great.
We have practically doubled our attendance. We also know that people come and stay for the whole weekend, so they stay in the hotels, they eat in the restaurants. We have a lot of things going on, and it's a beautiful place to come.
I'm Mike Mearson. I'm from Iowa City. I'm the director of We Tried a Long Shot.
And I'm Jacob Mead. I was the DP on We Tried a Long Shot, and I'm from West Des Moines, Iowa.
We Tried a Long Shot is about people trying a long shot. It is filmed in a long shot. It is one continuous take. It is a meta commentary about making film, and it's literally making a film.
I've worked with Mike for many, many years, and he always seems to have some sort of a script that we can work on, make some sort of a comedy short film, things of that nature over the last couple decades. In my day-to-day life, I work in video production, and it's not often that I get to try and pull off a 10-minute one-shot. And so the challenge of it, along with the comedic payoff that comes along with it, was great fun to put together.
And now, so you're going to spin her around.
We filmed it in Iowa City in my actual house. We did it in one day. It was about 9 takes, I believe. It was a long day, but it was like a really quick process. We rehearsed the same day. We all shot it in one go.
So the very first take that we did was almost perfect.
Yeah.
Actually, I was the one who made the mistake because we were just kind of treating it as a draft. So I'm going around with the camera trying to figure out, what our framing is going to be for this entire one shot. And I was the one who made just a really kind of innocent mistake. But I'm like, hey, it's our first take, we'll be fine. And then like 5 hours later, we finally had it in the can.
You can't discount growing up where like we did in Northeast Iowa. You have a lot of time on your hands, but you also have like a lot of space, a lot of varied places to sort of like experiment and figure things out. You have like, you can go shoot something in a forest or in the middle of a field that are very wonderful, and I think is like a huge advantage to growing up here and making stuff here.
Hey, looking good. Everybody pumped, huh? Good? You guys excited? Huh? First shoot of the project!
Just a little nervous, I guess.
That's all right, though. Hey, don't be, I know this is probably the most involved shot, but that's why we're doing it first. Okay? It'll be a piece of cake. Hey, Alice, let me show you. So we're pretty much just gonna do the blocking that we've already gone through, but we're gonna be doing this in one long, continuous shot, right? So we won't be cutting, and we'll be following you the whole time. Right. So you start out coming through here, and you're angry. You spent all last night discovering you've been lied to. It's real, it's gritty, and you're gonna go over and you're gonna confront Micah. You're gonna confront her about all the lies she's been saying. How could you do this? What are you doing? Blah, 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 blah. Heated exchange. We're gonna go back and forth. And then Micah, you're gonna get up, okay? And Alice, you're gonna follow her over here. And then Alice, you're gonna spin her around. Heated exchange. Oh. And when things are most tense, Jack's character, that's when you come down the stairs. And you're surprised. I mean, you can't believe that you're seeing Alice's character. And we're going to get up and we're going to get that reaction. And then we're going to follow you and the two ladies. We're going to come back to the table. Just like that. Perfect. Is she still nervous?
Just a little.
Not any more than normal. When I'm normally in front of a camera, which I am. I'm not. It's not my first time in front of a camera.
Is it your first time in front of the camera?
No.
Okay, yeah, no, hey guys, we're not trying to beat Hitchcock or anything, okay? So let's just have some fun with it, all right? Okay, places, everybody, let's go from the beginning. Action!
You met with Danny the night he was murdered.
What?
Oh, no, cut. Micah, that was great. But let's try not to look into the camera lens, okay?
Oh, I did?
Yeah, but hey, you know what? Let's just take it from the beginning, all right? Let's go from the top. Places, people. Action!
You met with Danny the night he was murdered.
What? What are you talking about?
You know damn well. I put the squeeze on Blaine last night. Turns out you were Danny's connection, not him. I thought we were partners. How could you lie to me?
Okay, look.
It's not what you think.
Cut! Micah. So all of this should be going to Alice. All right, you shouldn't be giving any of this to us, okay?
Right. Of course. It's my fault. I'm sorry. I got confused.
Just, please, don't look into the camera lens.
I'm sorry.
Should I be sweaty, maybe? No, I just had this fight, right? And then like this race through town, I'd be exhausted and haggard. I'd be sweaty, right?
Yeah, that makes sense. Good idea. Hey, can I get a spritz on Alice?
Hey, Chief.
Yeah.
Yeah, just real quick. Alice is already a ghost in the scene, right?
No.
So it's Micah?
No one here is a ghost.
So the ghost comes later?
There isn't. Hey, you know what? Let's talk about this later, okay? Okay, from the top, people. Action!
You!
Cut! What? What happened?
We talked about this. I'm supposed to be sweaty.
Beads of sweat, not a mer person. Have you ever seen someone sweat before? You know, never mind. Let's get a towel on Alice, please. Who sweats like that? Who? Have you ever met an action star that sweats like that?
John McClane.
No, see, that's Bruce Willis. That's all natural. You ever met him?
No.
Soaked. He's a damp man. All right, places, people. Let's go from the top. Action!
You met with Danny the night he was murdered.
What? What are you talking about?
You know damn well. I put the squeeze on Blaine last night. Turns out you were Danny's connection, not him. Thought we were partners. How could you lie to me?
It's not what you think.
It sure looks like it is what I think it is from where I'm standing.
I was blackmailed. If I didn't help Danny, they would have killed my mother.
No more lies.
Do you know how much it killed me to lie to you? After all we've been through. We are friends. We are partners.
Ha! You have one hell of a way of showing it. Your friendship.
Don't you get it? I love you.
a ghost!
Cut!
Are we not doing ad-libs?
Alice isn't playing a ghost.
But I saw her die in the train explosion on like page 30.
He thinks that he saw her die.
So he only thinks she's a ghost.
Don't say ghost. Listen to me, you say ghost one more time and you're fired.
Got it.
And be quicker coming down the stairs.
I can't listen to it again.
From the beginning, people. Places, please. Action!
You met with Danny the night he was murdered.
What are you talking about?
You know damn well. I put the squeeze on Blaine last night. Turns out you were Danny's connection, not him. I thought we were partners. How could you lie to me?
It's not what you think.
It sure looks like it is what I think it is from where I'm standing.
Well, I was blackmailed. If I didn't help Danny, they would have gone after my mother and killed her.
No more lies.
Do you know how much it wrecked me to lie to you? After everything we've been through, we are partners and friends.
Oh, you have one hell of a way of showing it. Your friendship.
Would you get it? I love you.
Oh my God. I don't believe it. You're alive. This is amazing. But how? I saw you die. The crate is full of grenades on the train.
I'll tell you later. All the hell that matters now is that we can still fight. We're gonna take the fight to them.
But how do we do that?
Cut!
Hi, my name is Christine Mode. My pronouns are they, them, and I live in Nichols, and I am a musician and filmmaker. I got the idea when I was finishing the vocals for the track Google University, and the chorus talks about going to the moon, and so we set the music video in 1969, and I really decided to use the music video to dig deeper into what my lyrics mean, and it really messes with reality, and who knows what is going on, but it's up for the viewer to decide. First of all, the Surf Ballroom is absolutely stunning, and I grew up near Clear Lake. You know, once the Surf Ballroom was nailed down, it just went from there. I'm genderqueer, and so that is always something that just by nature of me creating art is in there, and so just nothing is ever quite what it seems, and never to make an assumption. And so really the way that we ended this film is up to the viewer to decide what is reality. I could tell you my interpretation of it, but I would rather just let the viewer decide. With all of my music videos, I've always hired like a filmmaker to help me make them come to life. I definitely have a lot of the ideas with the story and ideas for shots, but like any of the lighting or the camera, that is definitely not my wheelhouse. And with this film, I worked with Freddie Bong of FE Studios in Cedar Rapids, and so he ended up hiring a crew. So it was the first music video I ever filmed that had a crew of like 3 camera people working, which really made it like flow a lot better. But there's just so much that I learned through working with Fred about film that I had no idea, and the final product of the music video goes to show just the beauty of that. And so yeah, this music video changed how I'll work going forward on my creative projects.
Funding for this program was provided by Friends, the Iowa PBS Foundation, as well as generations of families and friends who feel passionate about the programs they watch on Iowa PBS.
The Film Lounge is produced in partnership with the Iowa Economic Development Authority.